families, Miss Miranda here. Today I want to teach you about a math warm-up that we do in the classroom. It is called true, true, false, and I'll show you how it works. So the first step is to give your child a piece of paper and they're going to write down 3 equations. 2 of the equations are going to be false, or sorry, 2 of the equations are going to be true and 1 of the equations is going to be false. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I have mine A, B, and C as my 3 equations. My first equation, let me move this a little closer, says 6 times 8 is equal to or the same as 12 times 4. Okay. Equation B, or my second equation, is 24 divided by 6 is equal to or the same as 20 plus 4. And my last equation, C, says that 324 plus 279 is equal to or the same as 300 plus 300 plus 3. So your scholar is going to first write down, they're going to create their own 3 equations. And in that process, they're checking to make sure 1 is false and 2 of them are true. And then you can also write down your own 3 equations or have a sibling at home write down 3 equations where they or you are making up the same thing. 2 equations are true, and then 1 of the equations is going to be false. Once both partners have their sheets ready to go, the kids then switch. So if you were a student at home, maybe then you would be working on one that your parent made for you, and then the parent, you can work on the one that your child made for you, and then you can switch. In the process, the kids are then checking for 6 different equations in a quick warm-up, so it's really fun, really engaging. And so we could check this one here, some ways to solve these problems. I'll explain some of the strategies we've used in the classroom too. So we have 6 times 8. Some kids might think of this one as a skip count, so they might skip count 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 40, 44, 42, yeah, 48. Okay, so 6, 8 times would be 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times 6, 6 times 7, 6 times 8. So then they could go back and figure out that this side of the equation is equal to 48. Now they're then going to check the other side to see if whatever's on this side is equal to 48. Okay, so 12 times 4, maybe they do the same strategy, maybe they want to try something else. Another strategy I've seen a lot of our students do is making equal groups. So maybe they'd make 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they might break down a number like 12 into a 10 plus 2 in each circle. 10 plus 2 in each circle. Then they could skip count up. Let me zoom it in closer. Then they could skip count and go 10, 20, 30, 40, go back for their 2s, 42, 44, 46, 48. Okay, then they could figure out that yes, 48 is equal to 48. So this equation we know is true. Okay, then we might come to equation C and try and figure this one out. 324 plus 279. Okay, so kids might look at this one and they'd group it by place value. They know that we have 3 hundreds. The 2 means 2 tens, so a 20, and 4 ones. On the other side, we have a 200 plus a 70 plus a 9. And they might start grouping by hundreds. So 300 plus 200 would give them 500. Okay, the 20 are the tens. We have a 20 and a 70. 70, 80, 90, that equals 90. And then our ones, we have a 9 and a 4. 4 plus 9. They might start at 9 and count up 10, 11, 12, 13. And then they just now have to put the numbers together. So we have 500 plus 90 would be 590 plus the 13 ones. 13 would be made up of a 10 plus a 3. 590 plus 10 would be 600. 600 plus 3 gives me 603. So on one side of my equation, I have 603. And then I need to figure out my other side. So this is kind of an easy mental math for most students. 300 plus 300 would be 600. Plus 3 would be 603. So we know that equation C is also true. Okay, now we're just going to work through equation B because we can pretty much figure out that one's going to be our one that's false. Okay, so we have 24 divided by 6. With division, one of the strategies we've worked on is kind of similar to making equal groups up here, where you have 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're splitting up 24 total things equally into 6 groups. So you might start by passing out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So then in each group, I have 4. In each one, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And that would need to add back up to my 24. So we'd go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So I know that 24 divided by 6 gave me 4 in each. So one side of my equation is going to be equal to 4. Now I need to work over here. 20 plus 4, pretty easy mental math. 20 plus 4 is going to give me 24. And I know that 4 does not equal 24. So this is my one that is false. Okay, so I was able to solve A, B, and C. I know that B is the one that's false. So after I've done that, this part, then I could, you basically then switch. So the equations that you've made for your child, they work on those, and the equations that your child made, they can give those to you, and you can also work with them that way. But in the process, this kind of quick, easy warm-up that the kids know, they're working on 6 different equations. You can build in fractions, you can do multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, any of those operations that you want to work with your child on. But this is a really fun warm-up that they really enjoy in the classroom. So give it a shot, give it a try at home. And if you want to record or send me a picture of some of the true, true, false equations that you're working on, please send them in and I'll share them with the class. Thank you so much. Bye.